These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.
Really struggling. He doesn't have his TP yet, but he still has to back now. Probably a cannon wave. As Delight, he's going to give Leaper a grasp snack. But that's fine, as Leaper's in a little bit of trouble here. Actually, make that a lot of trouble, as, you know, they've got CC for days on the side of Hanwha Esports. They have very easy to hit CC. They've got the Leona, they have the Maokai, and they find the Scion in the river, and they press some buttons on him, and he dies.
Complete mystery there of the item, so I'm going to be too sad about this. Still the Dragon going over to Kwangdong, which is a big win. And T1 got close.
They did.
But they didn't win.
DK also almost had that win against Shinji. Let's take a look at this fight here, though, as Kwangdong Freecs, they do want to go in. They're going to be happy that Leona missed, but they're right in front of the Meganar, and now it's a free ult here for the Yone. Is Zeka going to line that one up? A very half-hearted engage from Kwangdong Freecs will immediately get punished as Hanwha Esports. Doran's like, yep, I'm ready. I will press my R button. And he did.
Actually, so well timed there from Doran. Not giving them a lot of opportunity to counterplay stuff, but he also, like, realistically, I don't really think it matters. Even if he did go for something, is Dudu. That's, again, Meganar.
Oh, the knockup, though. He just assassinates him.
Okay.
Speaking of the wild card, Dudu as well. And Kwangdong Freecs are just letting them have it. Looks like they want to go for the Rift Herald instead. Big rotation up from them. And meanwhile, Zeka is laning into Dusante.
Yeah, they're like, Doran, it's fine. We'll just put Zeka in. It's really hard to lock down Zeka. As a comp in isolation and saying we're going to go and skill for late and play for, you know, catches inside and then try.
Hey, you didn't mention Doran, I noticed. Yeah, Bulldog's dead. Well, let's see. I mean, that's a nice divide. No, he's playing against Yone. Down he goes. And here comes Viper trying to go 1v2. Does have to flash away awkwardly, but does get a bit of damage, I guess, into Ondil. They're still hiding on Bush.
Well, they used a lot of ultimates, but...
Oh, God. Yeah, Kwangdong Freecs are like, okay, we're running. And this means that Zeka gets not only another kill, but also another free turret for himself. He got one in the top lane. That was the first turret. Blood. Just given over. And now we're diving underneath this turret. I don't know about this one, Delight. Thankfully, he doesn't get the knock-up Leaper, but Delight's still in a lot of trouble. As they're flashing on him, they do take him down. Dudu absorbs a bunch of damage on the bottom side, and now Doran has to hop away from them. So Kwangdong Freecs, they finally find a pick here in mid.
I'm pretty sure what happened there was Delight just wanted to
handle, actually.
It's just... They're just... Oh, God.
We're trying to bully the Scion, and it is Scion, but again, there's so much CC that Leaper, even though he has a decent amount of farm, he's alone and he's caught out. Down he goes, and now looking for a bit more was Peanut.
You know, the worst part of this is for Kwangdong, it's like I don't even feel...
Esports. And Kwangdong Freecs, again, you know, they had that fight. They tried to have a fight on the Grubs, and after that, they're like, you know what? They're just going to take a free Baron. They're just going to do Baron. And there's nothing that Kwangdong Freecs can do. Jungler is not here. Cuz got pushed away. Ult is going to miss, and Leaper, you know, he's going to ult into the Baron, but that's not going to do anything. Meanwhile, Yone is going to be pushed back, and now Dudu, you know, this front line is coming in for the Kwangdong Freecs, but Doran gets a massive Gnar to the wall, but that's two tanks. The follow-up not quite there. Viper desperate to do some damage. But again, these tanky members of Kwangdong Freecs still not going down. Bulldog is going to go over the wall, but now Cuz is going in. They're trying to take down Viper, and they finally do get him. But the rest of the team is right there. And the slows are coming down. Zeka on the flank, roaming all the way around the Baron pit, as now going to lock them down once again. Leaper, you know, again, he is very tanky, but Ondil is not. And that's the Unbound Soul. Dodges the knock up here. Blast Cone, you know, he can try to disengage as well as he can, but it's not going to matter. This is just going to be a one fight going over to Hanwha Esports, as 4 kills now is the number for Zeka.
That one really better than I could have reasonably expected when towards Hanwha Life. They just look better in every single position.
Yeah, like I said at the top of this matchup, I'm like, you look at this 2 weeks ago, you're like, hey, this could be even. Maybe Kwangdong Freecs have an angle here. This is another big matchup for them to potentially get a nice upset and continue their run. But this week, very heavily was favoring Hanwha Esports, and I think we're seeing a bit of why. As this first game is about as clean as it gets. Yes, there is a Drake and 3 kills and 1 turret over to the side of Kwangdong Freecs, but it's almost like those don't even exist. I don't even remember them.
I don't know what you do in the next game. Like, denying the Ezreal is going to be one thing, but there's just so many champions that it feels like you can't afford to give to Hanwha.
Oh, they're just they're hitting them with their wallets really hard. It's not a fun sight to see if you're a Kwangdong Freecs fan, because they're just so far ahead at this point. I mean, over 10,000 gold, and they're just going to end it here. 24 minutes. How will Esports say, okay, we'll put you out of your misery. No group photos. We're just doing our job here. Zeka's still looking for some extra picks as you will avoid the divide. And Viper just trying to up those DPM numbers even farther than they already are.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.